Time for your dynamic warm-up. This block is going to be 5 minutes of work with 5 exercises. All you're going to need is a yoga mat for this one. Ready to get to work, D?
Let's get warmed up.
All right, we're going to start with 1 minute of a cobra swing. You're going to lay down flat on your mat. You're going to start with your feet about hip-width apart, those toes anchored to the ground. As you can see, Dee is placing her hands on the small of her back, shoulders nice and tall. You're going to raise that chest off the ground, full extension with the arms to reach out in front of you, back to the small of your back. This is going to work your shoulders as well as your lower back and core. Options here, you can always reduce your range of motion. Next up, we've got 30 seconds per side of a T-spine rotation. Dee has her hands stacked underneath her shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. Placing one hand behind the ear, elbow nice and wide, we're going to rotate at the midsection, trying to make contact with that planted hand. You've got 30 seconds per side. An option here, you can reduce your range of motion. Next up, we're going to warm up those ankles and hamstrings, crossing our right foot over the left, pressing through the ball of the left foot to raise the glutes into the air, elongating that hamstring, bringing that knee back down to the ground. Option here, you can always reduce your range of motion. You've got 30 seconds per side. Next up, 30 seconds per side of an iso hold plank bird dog. For this, you're going to extend your right arm out, left leg back, drawing your belly button to spine, squeezing your glutes to keep that core engaged. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds per side. An option here, use your own personal range of motion. Last but not least, you have 1 minute of a bear plank alternating shoulder tap. We're going to press through the balls of our feet, raising our knees just off the ground enough, belly button to spine to engage the core. Nice, slow, and steady, bringing that hand to your opposite shoulder. Option here, you can always drop your knees down to the ground, but make sure to keep that belly button drawn to your spine. You've got 5 minutes of work. Let's get warmed up.
Heart's first wish is coming true. I've begun to grow, and now I know you're the one for me. And I've been known to give in too easily before, but I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night. I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night. I wanna be the flame in your fire. Let's burn it down.
Make up your mind what you're searching for. Sticky claim, is it vain? Do you see your name in lights? Make up your mind what you're searching for. Is it money? Is it something like freedom? Nothing
Orangetheory without a little run row. So we have a 9-minute run row block. Exercises that simulate the run first and then the row. First 2 exercises will be 1 minute apiece. Last 2 exercises, 30 seconds, so we'll up the intensity. Our first run exercise is a broad jump to shuffle. So sitting heavy in the heels, it's a big explosive leap forward and a quick, powerful shuffle back, keeping the chest tall and powerful on the way back. Option is a big step before we shuffle back. Moving into the row exercise, good morning to tricep kickback, 2 medium-sized weights, we'll stack them at the chest. Hinge forward, tailbone goes back, and then we hit the tricep kickback, squeezing through the upper arm. Hinge, kick back, and stand up nice and tall at the top. Moving into our 30-second run effort, high knees. So pumping the arms, powerful through the legs, get that heart rate up. Option, big old powerful march. Finally, our final row exercise, 30 seconds, sumo squat with an upright row. Toes turn out, weights go in front of you. You're gonna sink into the squat and with power, drive the weights up towards the chest, straight line elbow to elbow for the high row. Again, add some power here. Run, row, we ready?
Let's do it.
Let's take off.
Can it be done? Can it be done? I will not forget our conversation when you looked at me and I dove into your eyes, frozen with anticipation. You harnessed me and told me come in close. It's where I belong. The hole is gone. Felt as though I was far away. You got me with your voice to where I belong. The hole is gone. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. See it in your eyes. Arms and legs uncrossed. There's no conversation, and I'm noticing I'm staggering across to you. It's my resignation. I'm letting go and letting you go in to where you belong. The hole is gone. Felt as though I was far away. You got me with your voice to where I belong. My heart was stone. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes. Can it be done? Can it be done? Can it be done? Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes. Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know it's real. I've seen it with my eyes. Best believe. Can it be done? Best believe I know is real, I've seen it with my eyes. You're the shape I didn't know I needed in my life. You best believe I see it in your eyes. You best believe I see it in your eyes.
All right, you guys, so for this plank series, we're focusing on targeting those obliques. That's gonna help you with any rotational movements that you're gonna use powering through that everyday life. Vinny, ready?
Let's do it.
Yes. So we have 4 exercises, 30 seconds each for each exercise, totaling 6 minutes. So we're starting with that side plank rotation, making sure those hips are pressed up, engaging that core, you're rotating that elbow down towards the mat, and then coming right back up. Awesome. Option, drop down to the knee, still keeping those hips elevated. 30 seconds of this, and then we're gonna move right into a forearm plank. So on the forearms, those feet are hip width apart. You're thinking of drawing your belly button in towards your spine, keeping that neck nice and neutral. Option here, drop down to your knees. Moving right into our right side plank rotation, going back to that same set position. You're drawing that elbow down towards the mat, keeping those hips pressed up, and then coming back to that starting position. Option here, you can drop down to the knees. We have one more exercise in this plank series. So moving into that child's pose, bringing those toes together, making sure that your shoelaces are on the mat. You're gonna make sure those knees are nice and wide, sending those hips back and breathing through that. So 4 exercises, 30 seconds each, 6 minutes. Let's get to work.
I don't wanna waste a moment.
Don't waste no time.
I don't care what they say.
I don't care what they say.
I refuse not to live my life. All work and no play. I wanna feel alive.
Alive, alive.
We've been living just to die. So alive.
Alive, alive.
I think it's time we learn to fly. So alive. They want us chasing dollar signs.
Ay,
No end in sight.
come on.
We suffer just to make a time.
Yeah,
And that ain't right.
you know that ain't right.
We can turn it all around.
Yeah,
It's not too late.
never too late.
And now that the truth is found, we'll change our fate.
It's never too late.
I don't wanna waste a moment.
I don't wanna waste a moment.
I don't care what they say.
I don't care what they say.
I refuse not to live my life. All work and no play. I wanna feel alive.
Alive, alive.
We've been living just to die. So alive.
Alive, alive, alive.
I think it's time we learn to fly.
So
alive, 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 alive. I don't wanna waste a moment. I don't care what they say. I refuse not to live my life. All work and no play. I wanna be alive. We've been living just to die. So alive. I think it's time we learn to fly. So alive.
Just a little old fashioned, looking for a real connection. It's the bottom of the glass, and I'm running up for a second. I'm attracting, it's a night full of second chances. Second chances. Just a little more dancing, a little more taking chances. Just a little more glancing, a little more advancing. Just a little more dancing, a little more less for granted. Just a little more dancing, a little more dancing. Haven't found the one, and that's alright. Do it for the fun, and that's alright. Stay out till the sun, and that's alright. Knew it would lead to something. Knew it would lead to something. Lead to something. such good trouble, can I explore with you? No, I can't wait to see what lovers do. It's true cliche, but that's 'cause it's the truth. No, I can't wait to get so close to you. Just a little more dancing, a little more taking chances. Just a little more glancing, a little more advancing. Just a little more dancing, a little more less for granted. Just a little more dancing, a little more dancing. Haven't found the one, and that's alright. Do it for the fun, and that's alright. Stay out till the sun, and that's alright. Knew it would lead to something. Knew it would lead to something. Haven't found the one, and that's alright. Do it for the fun, and that's alright. Stay out till the sun, and that's alright. Knew it would lead to something. Knew it would lead to something. Haven't found the one, and that's alright. Do it for the fun, and that's alright. Stay out till the sun, and that's alright. Knew it would lead to something. Knew it would lead to something. Lead to something. Lead to something. Lead to something.
Let's get into another run row block. 9 minutes long. First two exercises, 1 minute apiece. Second two exercises, higher intensity, 30 seconds. For this block, we'll need 2 heavier weights and 1 a little bit lighter weight. So to start our first tread exercise, we'll grab the lighter weight for power jack. 1 minute, weight presses up overhead at the same time the feet jump out. Explosive and powerful. Then we'll move into our row exercise. So picking up the heavier weights, deadlift to low row. Control this one here, core's tight. We're hinging at the hips, letting those weights glide against our legs, and then pulling in from the big muscles in our back, low row. Hinging for the deadlift, squeeze, and then always a big strong standing up tall. From here, we're gonna move into our tread exercise, 3-point lateral shuffle. So explosive, just 30 seconds. 3 steps out with a pause, drive the knee in, and activate that core. We're gonna finish off our last exercise, bicep curl to front squat. Back to those heavier weights. It's a hammer curl here. So thumbs up to the shoulders, and then hit that front squat. Slow and control the weights back down, drive up. Heavy in the heels, chest stays tall. 30 seconds, higher intensity. 3 rounds of that combination for your run row block. Let's get to work.
for me. But you got plans, got things to see. I've got heart, but it's not gold. Don't you start, no, don't you start. Oh, I thought I was giving up. Gave all I got, but it wasn't enough. Take your steps, but don't run away. Never can wait, I need you to stay. After it's over, everything's gone. We need the closure.
Let's cool our heart and body down with a 4-minute flexibility block. We have 6 exercises, 20 seconds each. Let's get on the floor here in prone position. Draw those elbows tight to the body, keeping the hips to the floor, gently press up and hold. Perfect. Second exercise is child pose. Draw the toes together, push the knees wide, drop the head, pressing through the palms, getting that nice deep stretch. Thread the needle is next. We're gonna get kneeling tabletop position. Draw that arm underneath, palm up, and hold that position to your range of motion. Our next exercise is a kneeling reverse forearm stretch. So we'll get in tabletop position, rotate the wrists so that your fingertips are facing you. Gently rock back with your hips to your range of motion and hold. Next, let's have a seat because you deserve it. We're gonna take one leg over that opposite leg and twist over that same shoulder, holding at your comfort level. And last, we have a seated toe reach. So hinging at the hips, reaching towards those toes, maintaining a neutral spine, and feeling that nice deep stretch. Way to work today, team. We'll see you next time.